Hey, what's up guys, Control here. Today's video is going to be on Corina Control. So for the 2-day break for uploads, I kind of just found that I was getting a little bit frustrated while I was playing. So I decided to kind of just like take a step back and relax. I've actually been playing a little bit of Terraria and a little bit of League. League not so great for relaxing, but Terraria's been fun. So I've been chilling with those games, and I will be back streaming actually tonight. So a little bit after this video goes up most likely. Anyways, the deck Corina Control is quite good. I really have no problems with it. I think it's one of the better lists right now. So it's definitely up there, probably a little bit better than Spooky Karma just because your win condition is so straightforward. And the removal tools you have are very, very nice early on. Stuff like Thermogenic Beam is just so good right now with how flexible it is and how useful it is on turn 1 to deal with stuff like Legion, Saboteur, and Precious Pet. So this is really, really good. Otherwise though, this deck has the PNZ removal package, you know, Thermo, Get Excited, Static, which I mean, you can look at like the Get Excited, Static, and Mystic Shot as well as burn cards, which are very good in matchups like against the Anivia kind of Rekindler list running around right now. Basically, just have a way to win after you play like ledros because it can beat your atrocity with harsh winds, for example. That being said, the burn spells are very useful for that. Also very good for just removing units that the aggro decks play right now. So definitely worth running. I prefer like Static Shot, Get Excited, Mystic Shot to all be 3-ups. You can remove a Goucher or 2 if you want. It's not like the most crucial card in the world. And you know, maybe you want to run like a second Runation or a second Corina. That's fine if you're queued into a lot of slower stuff. For me, when I was playing, I think out of the 13 games I played on the stream where I played Corina, 10 of my matchups were Noxus aggressive decks. So yeah, it was not too much of a very meta game, I would say. It was very static. For the most part though, I mean, this deck's called Corina Control. It's funny, we only run one Corina, again, because it's just so fast. She's a really good card though. And one Runation. We moved away from running 3 like we would in Spooky Karma. And I mean, we still keep the triple ledros because you do have to win games somehow. Sometimes the aggro players don't just give up, and you know, you don't always have a great way to win other than that, unless I guess you draw like a Vi and can pop off with her. Other than that though, I mean, you run a lot of early game cards for very specific reasons. Again, this metagame is very aggressive with Noxus being absolutely everywhere, man. So you kind of need all of the early options to kind of work your way into the mid to late game where you can kind of stabilize and win. And that's where like the SI cards kind of come in handy, where you have like Grasp, Whale, Vengeance, and the one Runation. Those are kind of just like your good stabilizing tools later on. You know, Vengeance is super good for those Dariuses, and I mean, you have one Runation for the potential the Harrowing that some of the lists play, like we did in I believe the last YouTube video. That being said, the Harrowing list is probably our worst matchup because we do just run so many early game oriented cards, and I mean, they just play one Harrowing, and they really have one answer being the Runation, and that's not going to line up super well all the time. But still winnable. I mean, like Corina can do 5 damage, clear the whole board sometimes if that does line up that way. So it's not like it's a complete loss. And honestly, I found that this list was super good while playing. It felt like I had a lot of ability to kind of just impact the game state, which I found I didn't with a lot of other decks that I was playing. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Corina Control for the reason that, I mean, the late game is just so straightforward. Play ledros, play ledros, play ledros, play ledros, maybe an atrocity, maybe a Corina, then you win. But getting there is nice because you do have, you know, just kind of some input, and it feels like Mulligan matters a little bit more than just drawing a 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's kind of why I enjoy playing it, even though I don't really find the deck to be that engaging overall, just because of how straightforward it is later on. But I mean, the interesting part was more just putting together a list that I found was good early game. And I mean, to put it simply, it was really just going to be adding a lot of like these removal tools, I guess, and running, you know, a lot of the more early game removal tools as 3-ups, more so than the later game ones. And I think one of the cool things we figured out about the deck was that we do want like triple Static Shock, triple Mystic, triple Get Excited to win like these slower matchups where our opponents will be able to beat our atrocities with harsh winds, or, you know, maybe they'll be able to heal up post ledros, right? With a wide variety of SI cards, or I mean, even if you go into like Freljord, right? One that you're seeing a lot right now because of all the aggro is actually one of the cards that got buffed recently, just a Tavern Keeper. It's actually pretty popular at the moment. So to beat that, it's very nice to have stuff like gotchas and not gotchas, but Get Excited, so Statics and the Mystics. So I think that's pretty sweet. And overall, I just say the deck is good. Again, you run Vi and Elise. Elise is very good early. Vi is very good mid game, just a very strong champ, and does work with Atrocity as well. Very, very good champion in this list. Even post nerf, again, she is super good still. I would say overall the list is good. Again, a lot of room for tech, right? You could run more Runations, less Static Shocks, more Vengeances, yada yada. So I mean, don't feel like this is like a super perfect list. It was just very good for what we were playing against on that specific day, which honestly isn't a bad way to approach the game. You know, do things that are smart into what you're playing against. That being said, it's not always that relevant to do that at lower ranks. It gets a little bit more likely you're going to be queuing into, well, the same people again at higher ranks. So teching against the decks that you're playing is more relevant the higher up you go. But even lower on ladder, I'm sure Noxus is very popular, so also a list like this should still do quite well, and you know, allow you to climb. As far as mulligans go, Thermo is almost always good. Aristocrat Elise are great as well, and keeping stuff like Mystic if they have you know, very important units with 2 health or less is great. Feast is again a good keep as well. Get Excited Gotcha. I mean, Gotcha you really don't want to keep in the mulligan, but Get Excited is fine sometimes depending on what you're queuing into. Again, if it's like Noxus aggro, perfectly fine, man. You see an Iron Ballista on 3, Get Excited, boom. That's about it. And it's pretty straightforward. Vi is also a very good keep in a lot of the story matchups, and if I do queue into something very, very slow, like the Anivia control stuff, I will probably keep the ledros / Corina, just because they're so important to have in those matchups that you know, you really do just want to hit one of them. I've had games where I played against, I guess, lists that also run ledros. I had one game where I was in pretty well, we were stabilizing, we didn't really have any cards though. I think it was like a weird Hecarim deck actually, and the guy just like drew a ledros before me, just played it like 4 times and I lost and couldn't do anything. And that's kind of why if you're queuing into something slower, you do just want to ledros, and keeping one sometimes actually is not that bad, especially if you can kind of predict that your opponent is going to be playing a deck that won't be pressuring you early, and you know, you're going to be able to draw like 5 or 6 cards naturally from your deck to make up for the fact that you're keeping a 9-drop to be able to deal with whatever aggression they're going to have at some point. So keep that in the back of your mind. It's probably about the only key thing as far as mulligans go. Other than that, keep your early game, keep your Vi's, and think about the ledros / Corina. Enjoy the deck, guys. This one is a pretty straightforward one. You don't have the 5-head plays like you do with Spooky Karma a lot of time, I find, but it is going to be one that will consistently win games. I think that this is one of the stronger decks on ladder. I would definitely put it in like the top 5 right now. So you have like Heimer Vi for sure, like Vimer, a couple of Noxus variants, probably elusives as well. I do believe that elusives are quite good. I was watching Swim and he was playing the good old Freljord plus Ionia kind of package for elusives without champions, so that's probably a pretty strong one to play as well. And Corina is really good, Spooky Karma is really good. That's basically the meta game now. Anyways, enjoy the video, guys. Enough rambling from me. Have a great day, and I'll be back with another upload tomorrow. Okay, so sorry for the 2-day hiatus, I apologize, but sometimes a break is good. I don't really want to go live and just complain nonstop about you know, how bad the Noxus decks are, how bad the players are who are playing them, that kind of stuff. It's not fun for me. Some of you guys might enjoy the salty content, but I would rather just take some time off, come back, and have some fun with it, man. That's about it. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. SpaghettiOs. This one didn't go too well last time, not gonna lie. It was kind of a fat L. So how do we make a fat L be not a fat L? Maybe Vi is important in this equation of cards that do stuff. Could have kept Feast too. It's probably better than what I did. It could be nice in the Hawk. It's also a thing that buffs the Vi too, which is actually a pretty important thing to note of. Is the pitcher cold? Yes. Wait, to put ice cubes in it so it stays cold? Because, I mean, cold water just hits different than warm water, if you ask me. Like, people say that water doesn't have any flavor. Man, you don't know. You really just don't know. Well, I'm kind of regretting not playing the Feast. I Vengeance the Braum. He brings it back with Mist. Boom. Or he plays Glimpse. Poggers plays. I don't even think I'd want to play Vi here. Is this 2-mana gotcha here? My hand's gonna get kind of full, so... Look at that. That is a play, gentlemen. Probably the best one I've made all day. Not gonna lie to you. I like to think that I make decent plays when I play this game. But the gotcha on the birdie, definitely the best one. All day long, guaranteed. Vi stands for vicious. Do we get the foreign? No. Yes, 4 damage. And then he plays Anivia. That's buffed by an Omen Hawk. And then we pass. He passes. Do we pass as well, gentlemen? I think yes. Turn 8. This is not my attack phase. That's another Vi. Oh my god. I will play an Eliza. I'm gonna do it. Don't question me. I'm doing it. Eliza's just coming down. I don't even really want this to die because he just starts duplicating them when I let him do that. It's just kind of bad. I maybe like just attack with the Elise. Because when he does the red stuff, I'm really not happy, right? Like it just does not bring joy to my life at all. You could say I should force him on it, but like he's gonna have it 97,000% of the time. He does the block! Insane! I was gonna ask like how bad is it to play Vault Breaker 3 times here? It's pretty bad, so we're not gonna discuss that, I think. Glimpse the Vibe. I mean, honestly, you could be onto something. I just let it go through them. It's funny. The Rekindler! This guy's insane! He's crazy! How do we beat him, guys? I don't think we do. So, I can grasp the birdie. Actually, wait. Hold up. If I... He actually... If I... I could Vault Breaker and Atrocity here. It might be the only time I get it off. Eight. Put him at 5. It's not really good enough though. Like we really know that's not good enough, so I shouldn't do that. I should just do this then. Yep. It's cute to talk about, but it's just not the play. I can't go Ledros Atrocity because he's gonna have a lot of cards that are buffs. 369, damn she fine. I could play a Thermogenic Beam so he does not have 2 bird ladies. Thermogenic Beam, go! Attack mode! Brrrah! He has 2 mana. If I get excited, I put him at 10, then Atrocity only does 8. So I put him at 2 health, which is not enough. So... Our Vi is not dead, but she effectively is dead. There's going to be 2 leveled up bird ladies for next rounds. If I pass, he will pass here, so I have to play Atrocity. For the Ledros, sorry. So my Ledros goes boom, or burr, or whatever you want to make have the noise happen and stuff. It does the noise. We do some damage to him. The fact that I don't have spell mana just feels like it's going to make this be so hard to win. Okay, I think I'm just supposed to take this, like probably just do that maybe.
Endless cold. You dare.
So his life total says 6 on it. I can't play 2 atrocities.
The Freljord's eternal guardian.
That's a VI though. Into the VI champion, what can I do? The problem is I have to commit things and then he just like does stuff after, so it's not a good look because if I just commit like an atrocity, he plays Vengeance to answer and then he just kills me next rounds. And I don't think I can do anything about that. Unless I'm mistaken. Maybe I'm just being an idiot. Like there's like maybe no way that I can win here and I'm just like griefing or something. It feels like ledros is not the move. Like, I need him to just commit spell mana at some point, and I don't think he's gonna do that. Okay, I really don't think there's an answer here for us.
I will endure.
So I play Atrocity, he plays Harsh Winds, I can't do anything after that, I lose the game. I replay Ledros, he plays a heal card, and then he can still play Harsh Winds. So I'm basically playing for like a top deck to beat Harsh Winds, I guess. So I need like another Get Excited, basically. Not basic, I exactly need another one. So I don't Atrocity here, I let this go through. I just play Ledros. I need a Glimpse at any point here, maybe? Maybe just force the Harsh Winds. Could do like that. I guess Grasp wouldn't hit the Ledros, but I could like buffer attack if he plays Winds is the thing. So maybe that was just wrong. I don't know. The problem is like he saw his first action, so I still just lose with Get Excited anyways. So it's like, it's something to talk about, but not really anything crazy to talk about, I guess. Because we know this is like our good card, right? That will not work. We say okay. GG. Okay. So he did not have wins. Okay. Which I think was the conclusion we probably should have come to, right? Like I think playing Atrocity earlier was better than later because I think clearly with two Rekindlers we were gonna lose to the next round, right? So I think that playing to basically just force his hand is the move because otherwise I think we just got outscaled again. Good game though. Sedge Braum. Hello, Elise. The Thermo versus Edge, sure, bro. It's actually kind of like cool champions to run together because like Braum's gonna eat a Thermo, so your Sedge doesn't, for example. Not really vice versa, but he's just like really big, like a lot of health, really awkward to clear. The big thing is that he reads like if he survives damage. It's really awkward to deal with champions like that. Early block with the Aristocrat or the Eliza? I think Eliza?
I pull the strings.
I'm not 100% sure about that, but I feel like that's right. Kill Spider.
I have the name. I need the reputation.
I don't really want to thermo that. Like at all.
Quite the dish, aren't
If I don't do it, I'm gonna get kind of boned for next round, but I feel like if he just plays Braum, I'm just not gonna be happy. Get Excited is really good.
You must teach me when you have time. I'll think about it.
Oh, Mystic, you can Transfusion. Which is probably just gonna be a necessary evil for us. I think we just have to let them have something, right? Okay. So attack, I block with 1/1, then Thermo, open attack, at least with level.
We've made the most of you.
Is that the level actually? Or sorry, is that the Thermo actually? I can clear it next turn a lot of time. Maybe you don't have to do that. I actually do that. The open button trades Elise. Mystic during combat to play around the stupid stuff you can do. I think that's good. So dead Sami anything, man.
Is it the boosters? Who knows?
A Braum. A Thermo. And then he's gonna tear my ass apart with a Sejuani. Or play Elixir of Iron and then the Braum's gonna live. And then get regenerated. He did not play an Elixir of Iron. We're lucky. He will play a Sejuani though. And I don't have small mana for the vengeance. Ah.
Pain is nothing.
Pain is nothing.
Ride onward.
Ow. This is not a very good look. You play Spider Girl?
Come closer. I don't bite.
Hey, nice game. You're doing well, man. How are you?
What do you want?
It's kind of scary. I kind of want to draw here, but I don't know if I really want to do this. Or not. So you can just play like smaller things. There really aren't that many though, I guess. So static is kind of just bad. I should just play the cycle, I think, at this point. No, I think Sejuani is pretty good. You can get her leveled relatively easily. My hand's like clearly really not doing very much at all, I think. So it's kind of important to look for stuff that I can do with it. That was a good pickup.
It's just blood, darling.
Jesus, dude, you gotta slow down, man. That was definitely created by, right? Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, there's no way he's main decking the Aristocrat. Sure. That card doesn't have Overwhelm, so I actually don't really care about it. Yeah. It's pretty good. Definitely will help us on the road to victory here, the Corina. Anybody, you gotta relax, okay? This guy needs to chill out. I don't like it. It's the first time I get to play Corina with it. Played Corina and Heimer a little bit before. That was actually pretty good. Actually wasn't bad. Is that better ever? Probably not. This still blocks. If he doesn't have a unit, which he always will, I get an attack as well, so it kind of forces stuff. Is Brahminidia better than this deck? I don't know. I played twice against Maverick playing it 1-1. Felt like it was a pretty bad matchup. Sure.
Ambition
That is a sweet animation. Corina Vizara.
carved from the savage.
Hey buddy, slow down, okay? This guy needs to relax with his Sejuanis. So. They don't really have ways of freezing or anything, right? So I mean, I could just Atrocity then Mystic and we should win.
Let me show you.
Like Sejuani is like the one way that he has to kind of just like slow my roll. My dogs are barking in disagreement, so maybe I'm actually wrong. Am I missing anything now? I don't think so. I think it's this game. I can't tell if the barks are in agreement or disagreement, and it's kind of triggering me, not gonna lie. Master 3 dog? Yes, my dogs are Master 3 gamers, for sure. Yes, I mean, we're doing well with the list. Like, we're 5-1 so far, so it's definitely not going poorly. That game felt a little bit weird, but I mean, we just threw Corina and won, so not too much to say. To even, okay, so like Harrowing stuff. I don't have denies. Makes it kind of weird. Do I keep a get excited? Probably keep one. I think I keep two. I think it just really fucks over your hand size if you keep both. It's not that great. So the thing for us is the Harrowing will actually just completely screw us over because I only have one Runation. So that card's going to farm us super hard. So this is probably a matchup that I'm actually quite unfavored in because even if I survive, they kind of do have inevitability. Hey, good stuff on crushing the gauntlets, my friend. Let's go. Glad you enjoyed the GP Swain stuff. Definitely fun deck. What did I get rid of? The gotcha, maybe? Probably the gotcha, right? Is she even good right now? It's probably the Elise then over the Gotcha actually. I think it's actually better. They play like overwhelm units. I don't get a chump block stuff early. But shutting that shit down is super important, dude. It's like it's insane how important it is just to get that out of the game before it really starts being relevant.
I'll try anyone.
I have a vengeance, so I should do this. If he gets a second unit on board, it just gets so stupid, so I just really can't deal with that, I don't think. Okay, that's annoying but manageable. Why do this to the Elise? I don't mean to. I really do love her, but, you know. Sometimes tough love is necessary. Okay, well, I guess I'm playing Whale next round. Man, I do not feel good playing without spell mana. This is top 5 worst feelings ever, actually. Okay, just gotcha and hold full spell mana. You got 6, so I have 2 mana left over after the vengeance. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of bad. Like, I pass, and he passes back. I think it's one of those where I'm kind of fucked regardless of what I do, so I think it's pass and try to make him do stuff and maybe fuck up. Okay, he played it well. Definitely made the right choice there. Until this happens, and then we're good. And got the open attacked. He transfusion with this as well. Sure. So we don't have to deal with a Harrowing until turn 8, but that Harrowing is going to completely rip us a new one, man.
Time for the main event.
Let's get fervored. It's about the only play there, I think, though. Even better. Insane gamer play. Crazy moves. Okay, who's ready for Harrowing? I almost feel like I just take this. Because I have Corina, and she should wipe these anyways. I think I'm supposed to just take this in this case.
There's nothing to fear. Let me show you what I can do.
I never rolled 2 spells off this. Like, we have so few spells, it's so unlikely that we don't just, like... Or we have so few minions, sorry. That it's so unlikely that we don't just, like, pop off here with this. He made it so my open's not very good. I still beat Darius though, so I still do this. It's like, it's just open play it and just like start winning usually here, I think is the move.
Ambition
Okay. Kinda good. Miss Vraza.
I'll handle this myself.
I should not attack because of the Harrowing, I think.
Direct assault. They will bleed for Noxus.
Can I just not beat that card at this point now? Maybe?
Not so fast.
Okay, well he's gonna have Harrowing then. Unfortunate.
Fuse is lit.
He does not have a Harrowing, okay. Confusing.
the dish, aren't you?
Okay.
I have my orders.
I must get out of here.
Use a bite.
It's a Darius, the Rider, Draven, Double Grenadier, and a Disciple back. So I should actually wait on the whale, I think. Go Darius. I don't block like the little things otherwise. That's good. Is there any way to not die here? Not really, right? Yeah, he is exactly full whale into vengeance, I think. No, I took 1 extra damage if he attacked, so it's not right. I hope he plays a card now.
Remember the objectives.
Okay.
Make the Empire proud.
Put me back. I've done way worse. Let's boogie. Please, I have connections.
What's your
Wither Beam into a Darius block. Let's have a look. So you play Wither, you play Beam. Well, the thing is, he has to give you an action to play the Beam, right? That's the whole problem with it. Is like, he might have just like opened and gone right away, right? Because he has overwhelm on both his units. I honestly wasn't expecting him to do this. Like, the reason I played the Wither was because like I had to, and then like I was hoping to get whale value, or sorry, thermo value to win. And like for him to do that, he had to fuck up, and I guess he just fucked up. I still am not in a good spot at all, though. Like, I mean, I don't really win.
weak-willed
Like, I'm literally at 2 health against a burn deck. So, I mean,
punchline?
I don't know about you guys, but that's not really what I would call a good look. So he has to draw a Decimate, I guess. Decimate, Harrowing. Those are the only 2 outs, I think. As 1-outs for cards. Otherwise we get there. I think we win. What a game, dude. That's actually insane. But I mean, I think if he attacked, he would have just won, is the thing. So I mean, it was really lucky that he played the Grenadier there. Or sorry, the Demolitionist, my bad. Some lockdown? Yes, sir. Well, I mean, it's a little bit less serious in Canada now. I mean, it's still really important. D2, nice. For COVID, but I think we're like in phase 3 where like larger gatherings are kind of allowed, but then you go like on the other side of the border, and in America, you guys are kind of fucked. I don't think I played this matchup from either side ever. So you're playing Corina Control, right? The way that we win is ledros. Ledros feels kind of bad against the mid-rangey stuff that the Heimer Vi guys do. I'm definitely the guy getting killed in this matchup. I keep the Elise, and that's it, I think. I think the Corina decks are kind of what the Heimer Vi like really do prey upon, primarily, is just like these slow decks that... Well, it's not that I don't do anything, because I mean I have like some early game, but the thing is they really punish like the turns 5, 6, 7, 8, where I would do less than you'd expect, I guess. I mean, there's no reason to try and like do anything with that there. Just get thermoed and it's fine. Reason being is that I mean they don't play units till turn 3, so it's not like I'm gonna be able to do anything with that. Should go to Mossy and Noxus. I'm not too interested in playing Noxus right now, unless it's like with Swain, like something cool. Thank you for the offer, though, my friends. But I will pass.
I must get out of here.
Hit that button. We gotcha for 4 here. I think we don't really have to. It's actually a decent resource, so I should probably just hold it, but it's kind of a weird one. I don't need to play Vi next round. She's really not very good. It's a 2-4. Ledros and a Ledros is very, very bad draw-wise. I can hit the Vengeance button there if we want. Is that good enough? We lose all our spell mana, which is kind of bad. I don't play Vi for a bit. It's midrange on aggro, even worse, man. Midrange is definitely my least favorite playstyle as far as playstyles go in card games, I find. So about as good as it's gonna get, I think. Definitely just want to do it. Basically, like any mid-range Demacia deck, I just don't really have fun with. That's all. I don't think there's any problem with people who do have fun playing those decks. Like I dig it, you know. It's not for me. It's about it. So I can try to gotcha like a Heimer. The thing that happens there then is that he plays a Disciplines card. He plays Disciplines. I cannot do anything about that. He kind of just like has a 3/6 because I don't have spell mana to clear it. I play Vengeance into his Heimer. He can only play Deny. So I should try to do the Deny thing, I think. So he denies now, and then I just gotcha him twice next round, I guess. I literally cannot gotcha him twice next round, though, is the thing. So even if I do this, his burst spells are still 1 mana. Sure. He gets a 4/1. No, he does not get a 4/1, my bad. I should attack now. So he's no spell mana, so the Heimer's gonna be bad for a while. Which is kinda good.
You act, but do not see.
So okay, that's fine. And pass. Whale's decent too. I feel like at whatever point I play this card, I'm just gonna lose. That's how this should work. Yikes, dude.
Let none disturb my meditation.
Am I getting baited? Probably. At any point that I play Ledros, like, I'm just not gonna be happy. I put him at 9, but then he just like claps me with the turrets, so I have to do it on my own attack phase. This just feels like it's a throw. I never attack with it. Like if I just gotta do this and pass, it's fine, but if I attack, it's like definitely a throw. 110% of the time is a throw. Got you. No worries, man, no worries. I literally always pass this turn, every single time.
What seems to be the problem?
Never mind, now I try and kill a Heimerdinger. Maybe you got baited there. I think I had to play Gotcha and then the Static Shock. Because now he can play Disciplines, and with the stack and the way that it works, he wins if he plays the heal card. Okay. That's fine. So it's 2 turrets.
Rain from a cloudless sky.
Oh, what the fuck?
Added to the bug list.
I mean, I guess that's okay. Really isn't, but I guess it's okay.
Within my grasp.
Doing this alludes to wanting to play Ledros. I could just play Corina too, though. Like, Corina could just be fine here. I think I like keeping this alive, play Corina. I've drawn so many units too, right? Like, it's pretty likely to be very good. Yeah, this is a very clunky hand for sure. Definitely agreed. It is like omega clunky. Deny. No, I like to get excited, that's good. That's like the idea with keeping her alive, is I just force more removal from him to like make his hand super awkward and not be able to do anything. It's like my entire logic with that. It's not that I think Corina's like better to play before ledros, it's just that it feels better in this exact situation. Sure.
My plans. Answers. I have them.
I mean, what one card could he have that would make me scared here? Like Will of Ionia, but like I just throw him what he gets, so it's fine. Ledros goes Burr. Meditation? Meditation isn't that scary. It's scary for next round, but it doesn't change whether or not he has Heimer or not. Doesn't make that like more or less scary to me, I think. Pass. It's okay. Well, I mean, I went with this now that I drew Atrocity. I was gonna have to play another one otherwise, but I just went with the Atrocity draw. Okay. There's like anything to take away from that game, it's that like there's so many turns when you're playing this game that it's better to like not do anything.